Hey guys, welcome to the channel if you're new, welcome back if you're a subscriber. My name's Neil and it's time for the next episode of Lost. It's weird, after that last episode, I don't have a ton to say, and maybe that is the worst indictment of the fact that maybe episode 9, A Stranger in a Strange Land, wasn't that great an episode because I don't have a ton of questions after it. The one question that occurred to me only when I started editing that episode, though, and I'm surprised I didn't think of it while I was watching, it's a simple one, but it's been bugging me to no end ever since, and that is, why on earth did a Thai woman in Thailand tattoo Jack with Chinese script? Makes no sense. Sure, there's some Chinese population in Thailand, but they've got their own language, they've got their own alphabet. The tattoo was all about a locals-only culture. Why would it be in Chinese? Makes no sense whatsoever. The Lost writers got a little sloppy in that one. Anyhow, let's put Stranger in a Strange Land behind us. Let's move on to the next episode. This one's called Trisha Tanaka is Dead. I don't even know what to do with that. I'm 99.9% sure we have never met anybody on this show called Trisha Tanaka. That's a Americanized Japanese name, if ever there was one. At least that's how I read it. I don't think we even have any Japanese characters, period. So this is a complete mystery to me, which puts me right back in normal Lost mode. Complete mystery to me. Let's think, where are we? Jack has made the decision to side with Juliet versus Ben and the rest of the others, it seems. I don't trust Juliet, but I trust her marginally more than I trust Ben, who I don't trust at all. Kate and Sawyer are bickering in the jungle. On their way back to Survivorville. They have apparently left Carl to fend for himself. Carl is going to make his way back to Otherville. I'm going to call that sort of idyllic suburban community high up in the mountains to try and win back Alex. I don't know what's up with that story. It feels kind of odd, but yeah, that's happening. And we have Locke and Saeed and Sun and Jin and Hurley and Charlie kind of in a holding pattern since the death of Echo. And the big thing going on there, obviously, is Desmond's visions of the future. Did he actually time travel, or did his life just flash before his eyes? I think it felt much more time travel-y than reminiscent like our normal flashbacks do. So where are we going in this episode? Honestly, I don't know whose story we're following next. And I've mentioned this before, this is one of the things that if it's done well, the show writers can use this to great effect, because our cast is spread out in a bunch of different locations. We can ignore certain characters for certain episodes, and that allows us to distract the audience. We can drop a bombshell, and then we can distract them with something shiny over in Hydra Station for an episode, and we almost forget about the bombshell that was dropped, and then when we bring it back an episode or two later, there's greater impact. And I know that doesn't sit well with every viewer, every fan who wants answers now, but keeping these balls in the air is a way of keeping our attention locked in. I'm excited to see this next episode. I have a funny feeling it's going to be a good one. Everyone says the back half of season 3 is really strong. It just gets better and better and better. We're approaching that mid-season point. Although this was a weird season because there were the first 6 that sort of stood alone, then there was a 3-month gap, and now we're sort of in this home stretch without which apparently didn't have any breaks at the time, and we're past Christmas in the air schedule. Anyway, I'm rambling. Let's watch episode 10 of season 3 of Lost. This one's called Trisha Tanaka is Dead. Who's this?
See if we can get this thing started, okay? Come on, slide behind the wheel. Fire this up.
Is this young Hurley?
It's stupid. Without a new carburetor, it's not gonna work.
Having hope is never stupid. You gotta believe good things will happen, and then they will. In this world, son, you gotta make your own luck. Well, Grand Canyon will still be there when I get back, little dude.
This is definitely young Hurley.
I'm not supposed to, Mom says.
Live a little, Hugo. It's just a game, okay?
And that was the last we ever saw of Papa Reyes, I guess. But we leave him with a message of making your own luck, and it's okay to have a chocolate bar.
With them gone and what happened to Echo, they're all scared.
Is he telling this to Libby's grave? I feel like he is.
And I'm scared.
Yeah. Libby's grave is his, counselor.
Been scared most of my time here anyway.
I do love me my Hurley episodes, though.
Except when I'm with you. I miss you, Libby.
He's so good.
Desmond, he told me he has these flashes, visions, whatever. And in them, I always die.
I think he might be right. And I think it might be my fault. I'm kind of cursed. Death finds me, dude.
Is that an arm? It's a lucky rabbit foot. And a key. What's the key to? Something about Hurley episodes, they always just feel different. Get the keys off the skeletal arm. It's like car keys. What has Vincent found? Is that a truck?
Awesome.
It's one thing we haven't yet seen. So did someone else crash their truck onto the island? How did that happen?
It's everyone's fantasy, winning the lottery. What would you do with all that money? Well, one such lucky winner recently bought a chicken shack.
I'm Trisha Tanaka with Hugo Reyes.
That's Trish Tanaka.
Why did you buy Mr. Klux?
I like chicken.
Hugo's not great on camera.
Tell us what else you've done since you got on your lucky streak.
Kind of had some bad luck, too. My, Grandpa Tito died of a heart attack. My friend Johnny ran off with my girlfriend Starla.
It's a puff piece, Mr. Reyes. Do you know what that is?
Sorry, Trisha Tanaka.
Do you mind if we go inside and shoot some B-roll?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, of course he can. I mean, he's just superstitious.
Oh, that's not going to be good. What the hell? What was that? Was that like did the chicken shack get hit by a meteor? Okay, so that explains the title. Trisha Tanaka is dead. What the Hurley's episodes are so messed up. Is that a VW bus? Roger Workman. He's wearing a Dharma shirt, though. Okay.
Will you pass me the cereal?
She's teaching English.
무슨 말을 하는지 모르겠어.
From now on, I will only speak to you in English. It's how you will learn.
I found a car. Tipped over in the jungle. And we can totally fix it. And get it going again. It's not far, come on.
What are you gonna do with the car?
We can all use some fun. I mean, after everything that's happened, we need it.
Plus, it'll remind me of my dad.
So who's with me?
Nobody.
Who's coming? Thanks, dude.
He doesn't know what he's agreed to.
You have no idea what you volunteered for, do you?
You know, all you have to do is say sorry. We could start again. Give each other a clean slate.
Like on Little House.
Tabula rasa.
What?
Little House on the Prairie?
You call it Little House?
We ain't talking about nothing.
James.
And I ain't got nothing to be sorry for.
So are they just done? There they are. Is this Hurley's new place? It's so not him.
Mr. Clucks got hit by a meteor. I'm cursed, and now Trisha Tanaka's dead, and her camera dude, and it's all my fault.
Whoa.
Ow!
I can prove to you you're not cursed.
Hugo!
Dad?
After 17 years, your father has returned.
Yeah, because his son's rich. It's good to see Cheech Marin, though. Roger Workman. And it's a swan. Is that
Dude.
beer? It's full of Dharma. So the Dharma used it. Okay, so this hasn't like appeared from. This isn't like the slave
you want
ship.
to take Roger out? I understand.
Oh, off with the head.
So when's it gonna happen?
Brother.
Now, if I said anything...
I have a right to know when I'm gonna die.
Hey, Oliver Twist. Where the hell's my stuff?
Never mind.
Tough one to explain.
Where the hell's my stuff?
Dude, you're alive!
Good to see you.
Well, look at that.
What about Jack and Kate?
Kate's with me. But the doc.
Okay, it's okay. It's gonna be all right. Jack's gonna be all right. We all are. You coming back safely? It's a sign that you're gonna help us fix this thing.
And why in the hell would I do that?
Because there's beer.
that beer's gonna be so skunked. Sitting in the jungle for years. Beer doesn't get better with age.
Do you see any other boats?
No, but something tells me they didn't give away their only one.
Kate, where are you going?
I don't care what Jack said.
I'm going for him.
They've got him and we have to get him back. I owe him that. So I'm going to get help.
Danielle? Where is she going? That's an interesting.
Something wrong, Hugo? I'll ask you a question, Hugo.
My father? You're acting like he never left us. Like he hasn't been gone for 17 years. Aren't you at least a little suspicious? And the only reason he's back is because he wants the money.
Oh, now that hurts.
What are you doing?
Getting rid of it. All of it. The money, the houses, the livestock, and I'm starting with him.
The livestock.
Your father is staying with us. It's been 17 years. I have needs.
No, no, no! I want him gone!
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
Why don't you show your father what you have in the garage?
Is it the old Trans Am? Of course it's the old Trans Am. Ooh. I don't know my cars well enough.
It's like those Dharma freaks are building some sort of dirt road. Woo! Now we're talking.
The beer's waste. The map is important.
What's the head doing back here?
Oh, that's just Roger.
Jolly
I'm
Roger.
gonna start the car now. I have hope this will work.
It's not gonna work. Yeah. Don't be real, Hurley. It's gonna be so bad.
It's flat and it stinks. Skeletor seems to like it. Bottoms up.
It's not cool, dude. That guy had a mom, a family, oh, and a name. Not Skeletor, it's Roger Workman.
That's his job. He was a Dharma janitor.
Yeah, well, you should still respect the dead.
The whole fix.
I don't care if it works. Why is it so important to you?
Because we could all use a little hope.
If it's hope you're looking for, S.A., you're on the wrong damn island.
Just do this one thing with me. If it doesn't work, you can go to Australia. I won't stop you, okay? We're gonna break the curse.
Well, obviously that doesn't turn out well.
Stupid.
You've recently come into a great deal of money.
Could have seen that on the news.
It's brought you great misfortune. I'm seeing numbers. 4, 8, 15, 16, 23, 42.
No, this is set up.
There's a curse on you, but it can be removed.
If you just give all
No,
the money...
Hugo, I need you to remove your clothes.
My dad put you up to this?
Yeah.
How dare you?
10,000.
Your dad put me up to it.
Yeah. What did he just see?
Hey, dude, stop moping. Come on. That car I found, we're getting it running. What's the point? Ow! What'd you do that for? Snap out of it. Look, I don't know about you, but things have really sucked for me lately, and I could really use a victory. So let's get one, dude. Let's get this car started. Let's look death in the face and say, whatever, man. Let's make our own luck. What do you say?
So ridiculous.
I'm sorry. You were right.
Okay, that's two.
Those pants don't make you look fat.
Only three things a woman needs to hear.
Get up. We got work to do.
What's your problem, Jumbotron?
Shut up, red neck man.
Touche.
Are they just jump starting it down the hill? Oh, did he see the road? I love the Dharma logo. What did he see exactly?
Oh, this is gonna be real good.
He's going to Australia.
Going to Australia, huh? When your mom called me about the lottery, yeah, I saw my retirement.
Well, you're not getting any of it.
Not why I'm here talking to you now. Going to Australia is not going to break any curse. You need a little hope. We make our own luck, Hugo.
I'll send you a postcard from Sydney. We're gonna jumpstart it.
All you're gonna do is crash into those real fast.
This'll work, I know it.
Well, what are you out here for?
Co-pilot.
Into that shotgun.
Where are the roads that they use this thing for?
Victory or death.
I'd buckle up if I mean, I like the Lucky Rabbit's foot.
Push!
You gotta make your own luck. All of these things. I'd take the beer out of it, at least. They got some good speed on it.
There is no curse. You make your own luck. Hurley!
What is... I love the music kicking in.
Son of a bitch.
Hilarious. I mean, it's ridiculous, but it's hilarious. Just doing donuts in the field. You were right. Yeah, no Kate for you. You know the three things any woman needs to hear, and you didn't say two of them. So where has Kate gone? Is she tracking down Danielle? I feel like that's the only other option right now. Yeah, that's a Danielle trap. You're carrying a torch. You can't be that well hidden. Oh. Ah, yeah.
If you were looking for help to find Jack, why didn't you ask us?
Why would you want to go on another trek across the island, risk more lives just to get Jack back?
You're wrong. We got a compass bearing, and I'm pretty sure if we follow it, it'll lead us right to him. So now you know our secret. How about you tell us yours?
No, don't shoot! Don't shoot! We're just here to talk!
It's Danielle.
You can come out!
Right? Yeah. So are these four going to be the rescue mission?
What are you doing here?
I'm heading to the others' camp, and if I'm gonna find it, I need someone who knows the island.
What makes you think I have an interest in helping you?
Alex, your daughter's there.
The girl. will help me escape. She was about 16 years old, and her name was Alex.
So this is one of the challenges of keeping track of a show this complex, is just because we know something doesn't necessarily mean that every character knows it. And there's a few moments like that in this episode. Obviously, right at the end, I mentioned this in a previous episode. You got the sense in season 2 when we did Claire's flashback when she was being held at the staff station, that because Alex helped her escape and Danielle helped her escape, it was easy to walk away from that episode thinking that Danielle knew about Alex. Even though, like, I almost feel like I need to rewatch that episode to see if they ever interacted. I don't think they... I feel like they did, but maybe they didn't. But this revelation at the end of this episode feels like we're all going... Like, we all think, well, of course. But it also makes sense that Danielle doesn't know. It does raise some interesting questions. Like, if Alex was taken as an infant and raised by Ben, and as we've discussed previously, she was told that Ben was her father, why did Ben keep her name as Alex? Why didn't he rename her as well? But nevertheless, Danielle now has motivation to help Kate. Looks like Locke and Saeed are on board. That's going to be our rescue party that's going to try and track down Otherville on the main island, our idyllic suburban community. I don't know why I call it suburbs, because there's no herbs on the island, but you know what I mean. Hurley episodes, man, they don't feel like any other episode of Lost. Like, this felt like a distraction of an episode, and yet it totally wasn't. Like, Hurley just brings a different tone to his episodes, even when they're central to the plot, even when it's numbers, back in season 1, where we get that whole reveal. Cool seeing Cheech Marin as his dad, but there's this, oh man, I don't even know where to start, because it was just fun, and yet continued evidence that Hurley is cursed, and you know, winning the lottery was the worst thing that ever happened to him, and you understand his motivation to go to Australia completely and rid himself of the numbers. In a weird way, I don't have much to say because not a ton happened, and yet I'm bumping on it because it was a lot of fun, and yet there's parts of this episode that don't sit right with me. Like, it would make more sense to me if they found a van and it had somehow appeared, like it had like Arizona plates or something, and it had just like mysteriously been transported to the island, much like the slave ship or the hot air balloon, or, you know, or the plane, or Desmond's sailboat. But the fact that the Dharma Initiative used it, I bump on, because where are the roads it drives on? And if you're doing a supply run, you're going from where to where. Like, it was relatively close to Swan, and yet Swan has always been a 1 or 2 man operation. We know it was going, presumably Roger, like, some things just don't make sense, because he had a Swan patch, and yet Workman seemed to be his title. It could have been his last name, but it seemed to be his title. Swan's always just been a 2 man operation, and they get their food by doing the whole lockdown, blast doors thing, and then there's an airdrop. So why is there a dude doing a beer run? I'm bumping on this episode, guys, and part of me doesn't care because it's Hurley and it's so much fun, and part of me is like, that doesn't make any sense. So I don't know what to do with that. I have questions, I need answers, I have to watch another episode. I think that's where we're at. I just need to watch another episode. And I regret that I think some of this stuff will not get answered. I feel like I understand that the dynamic in the writer's room in season 3 was challenging because ABC wanted Lost to be like Grey's Anatomy and go for like 20 seasons. And the creators said, we have a fixed story. This isn't just an ongoing forever series. We have a plot to stick to. And we got some filler episodes, you know. Stranger in a Strange Land, yes, it was a filler episode. I feel like this one was too. And because it's Hurley, we turn our back. We ignore the flaws. And yet I think there are flaws in this episode. And they're logical flaws, and those are the ones that always bump on me because I'm a very logical person. That's how my mind operates, and if stuff doesn't make sense, that needles at me and I don't let go. For good and for bad. I may just have to let go of some of those logical inconsistencies. It's weird because I had a lot of fun in that episode. I had a lot of fun. The Hurley episodes always just feel different, and I mean that in the best way. Like they bring a different energy to the show, a needed energy to the show. Sometimes the show can be very serious and dramatic, and Hurley just brings a bit of absurd humor and ridiculousness to the story. But yeah, what is up with a VW? Maybe I'm just bumping so hard on the fact that there's no roads, even though there was like a blueprint for a road. But where were the frickin' there's been zero evidence of any surface infrastructure on the island. The closest thing we got is the hatches. They are hidden. It doesn't make sense to me. Maybe it will by the end of the season, but I'm afraid that this is just sloppy writing. I think that's what it boils down to. I don't feel that this is planned inconsistency. This is just poor writing. May I be pleasantly surprised in the future. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Let me know what you thought of this episode in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts without spoiling. Don't tell me, oh, it'll all be answered in the future. Just tell me what your reaction was when this episode aired. Did you bump on it? Did you have faith in the writers? Yeah, let me know if, you know, what your thoughts were at the time. Not what your thoughts are now, 17 years later. 17 years. Thank you all for joining me. Until next time, take care, stay healthy, and we'll see you soon. Cheers.